Hello, class. I'd like to take the time to thank all of you all for allowing me to be a part of your opinions in the discussion board as well as share mine with you. Um, I took the liberty to write a letter to my 15-year-old self because there was a time in my life when I was scared and I felt so alone and that I had let my family down because my first time having sex, I got pregnant and became a mother at 16 years old. And of course, there was the stereotypes that, young black women get pregnant because they're not educated and their family does not teach them well. And then as I went on, I found myself exposing my son at an early age to racism and white privilege because I always told him he was born with three strikes against him. One, he was black, one, he was young, and that he was a male. And most to a lot of white people, he was a threat to society for those three reasons that he was born with that were beyond his control. And week 10 of class, we discussed the N word and those stereotypes. And I enjoyed the videos by Gerard McClendon when he talks about teaching African Americans how to speak the standard American English properly, and also discusses how things are passed on from generation to generation, and that we always think that is the right thing because that's all we know. And of course, being all you know, that's what you teach, and that's what you pass on to your children. And I had no idea that I was exposing my son to this. And that's why the blog where the confessions of a bad dad on the eve of my second child came into play because just like he states, he was winging it. There's no manual for raising kids. There's no manual for living life. You live and you learn. And so also I went into, I believe, on teen pregnancy, and there was two articles that caught me by surprise. And one was your parents isn't dependent, your parenting skills aren't dependent on hers, which means you have to raise your child yourself. And then also there was my family, my strength, because through all of this, my family was always there for me. After having my son at 16 as a sophomore in high school, I was still able to go on and graduate from high school, go to the University of Louisville for a year and a half. That didn't work out for me at the time. So I left and I worked various part-time jobs in which I decided, well, hey, that wasn't working out for me. I was going to try something different. At that time, I joined the Navy. Upon joining the Navy, I was exposed to so many financial and business aspects of life that I was not taught by my family and did not learn in my community. For instance, after joining the Navy, that was the first time I ever had a bank account. Um, Being exposed to so many different diversity and cultures and learning how people do things, why they do things, and how they are taught these things and why they are taught these things just showed me that you always have to live and learn, but you can never be afraid to step out of your comfort zone, and you can never be afraid to try to break the chain and turn things around. You got to live your life. You have to want different things in life, and you have to be willing to take the risk and step out on a limb and exceed what has been dealt to you and make lemonade out of lemons. Once again, I have really enjoyed this class, and being 48 years old, I can still live life and use what I've learned to better myself and help my community and be productive in the world as as I work toward my goal in social work and pursue my degree. Thank you. I love you all, and I wish everyone the best in their future endeavors.